And welcome to Oregon's Adventure Coast, Coos Bay, North Bend, and Charleston. And what you see are the tall ships. They did arrive, came in this morning around, 8:30 or so. And so we are brought to you by Oregon's Adventure Coast and Toyota and your Northwest Toyota dealers. Toyota likes you to go places. Their whole theme is let's go places, and thanks to them, we can take you where we need to go. So this is our last show from Coos Bay, North Bend. Be sure and get involved in our contest to win 2 nights down here at the Mill Casino to win tickets to the museums, both the Historic Museum and the Art Museum, dinner at Shark Bites, and rental of a slingshot for a day, and a 2-seater Razor, and those come from Spin Reel dune buggies. So we're going to get a quick tour of the Lady Washington from Zachary. He's up here right now, so he's expecting us, but we are cruising through here. And all right, Zachary, we're ready for you. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let me do something here. I'm going to take this microphone out so I can hold it for you. So, when was this built?
This replica or the original?
How about both?
So this Lady Washington, our Lady Washington, was built in 1989 in Aberdeen, Washington. She just had her 30th birthday. And Hawaiian Chieftain just had her 30th birthday the year before. So both of our vessels are now over 30 years old.
And they're kind of stars, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Lady Washington here was in Pirates of the Caribbean. She was in Star Trek Generations. She was in that Macklemore video, Can't Hold Us. And we were in a music video for this group called For King and Country recently. We just did a small movie production last week. So we stay very busy.
She's a star.
Yeah, she's a star. Hawaiian Chieftain less so, but she's been in a couple History Channel documentaries and things like that. So,
who owns them, and what was the purpose of building them?
So the organization that built Lady Washington, which still owns her today, is Grays Harbor Historical Seaport. That's the organization that staffs all of us and brought us here today. And the purpose of the organization is to share maritime history with the public. So we do that through ambassadorial work with the Lady Washington and Hawaiian Chieftain as the most well-known tall ships on the West Coast. Sharing the history and heritage of Washington State and of the greater Pacific Northwest maritime traditions. But we also provide K-12 school programs, as well as public sales for ticketed guests who want to come out and see the vessel and enjoy time out on their local waters.
So there's people, but those are all sold. Those tickets are gone.
They sell out fast. I always recommend that folks start looking to buy tickets about 3 months in advance.
And so people can still come down and tour the boat.
Yes, for vessel tours. We have tours schedules posted on our website, and down here, of course, you can check that out also on the Coos Bay Boat Building Center's Facebook page and ours. But we'll have tours tomorrow afternoon, and then on the weekends we'll have morning tours.
And you guys, you can also go to Oregon's Adventure Coast, and schedules will be on there as well. So show us around, Zach.
Please do. Yeah. So come on. Right now you're just on the main deck. We have a few others, and then I'll show you. Well, first here, this is a good one. Any idea what this is?
I have no idea.
This is our windlass. It's what hauls up our anchor chain. And so the anchors are very heavy. You can see here they are now. We're tied to the dock, so the anchors aren't cast. But if we wanted to haul these in, it would take the whole crew to really get this done. And what we do, let's see if these are here. Looks like they're stowed. We have spikes called man spikes. Oh, there's one. Sit tight. I'll bring you one.
Janice was going to do it.
I was going to do it.
She knows her stuff.
Okay.
But they're heavy.
So this is really authentic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So this is a man spike. It and the windlass are made of Brazilian purple heart, one of the strongest woods that we know of. Yep. Very, very fine grain.
Look at this,
you can
guys.
see there.
It looks like...
you can't buy this wood anymore. So we're lucky to have it. Very, very durable. And what you do with the man spike is it fits nicely into these holes here. And what you would do is crank down on this one at a time. I can't do it because the line is on.
And you need your whole crew. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
4 of us, while we're very strong, are not going to be able to do
And
that.
so we have 4 of these, and so we'll have one crew, have this up here, and then the other one be probably leading the next one, and we'll do one crank, drop the pin, do it again, and we'll sing a few shanties as we do to keep us all in time, and as long as it takes to get this in.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
and it
so
really
cool.
it works like a it works like a ratchet. You'll see that every time this drops in, it can't fall backwards.
So you guys, there's how the ratchet works. So each time and it keeps.
So approximately how long does that take you to get that up when you're?
Usually like 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Depends on how deep the water is.
So you do it all authentic, right?
Oh
There's-
we do have engines. I mean, it's a modern vessel with real, real safety equipment, real Coast Guard certified and inspected technology, as is required of us.
Because when you were coming in today, it was going pretty fast. We were trying to keep up with you.
Yeah.
And somebody came on and said Columbus would have loved that.
It would have been nice. Sometimes I tell the kids when they come on for school programs, we'll set the sails, but we still will barely be moving on the water, and I'll say, "This is the pace of discovery." You're surprised sometimes at how slow it was, and it really makes you stop and think about, how long it took on a sea voyage across the ocean.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me put this man spike back.
Okay, I'll get out of your way.
While I'm doing that, feel free to take a look up the mast. You can see they are pretty tall.
90 feet to the top of that. Whoa.
Our crew has to climb all the way up there to unfoul the flag sometimes. Some of the crew just popped out. Say hi, lady crew.
Yeah, we're back. We're going, oh, them again.
Yeah. Great. So let's take a little walk, right?
Okay.
So we have, these are 10-pound deck guns, which means that they would fire a 10-pound lead shot historically. Ours just fire black powder charges, so there's no projectile. We don't want to fire anything out into our pristine environment. But we do like the big bang, and we like a big flash of fire. So
you guys do that when you take people out?
We do, yeah. It's a lot of fun. And it's loud. It surprises people. You look at this and think, well, how loud could it be? And then it goes off once, and you realize you should have been plugging your ears. But yeah, it's pretty fun.
Awesome.
That's what we do in our battle sail programs.
That's the battle sail program. Okay.
If we head back here. Got it. So, here we are, aft of the ship, toward the back. And this is pretty cool. I'll show you this. So, folks usually expect to see a wheel. And Hawaiian Chieftain has a wheel. I'll show you that in a minute. But Lady Washington is steered with a tiller. And so in our binnacle, which is historically where the navigational equipment is kept, our binnacle has, our historic compass.
Yeah.
But then we also have, come on, you, our modern equipment. But what we would do is, when we want to determine the direction we're going, we can just lean up against this.
And that turns you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
And these are life vests, or actually lifeboats that we have trapped in. So just sort of a mix of the old and new technology.
Right, because you want to be safe.
Absolutely.
Right.
And we have,
and
we
just
have
because
life
they didn't
vests.
have them doesn't matter.
That's right.
We should today.
That's right.
We haven't had some improvements nautically, haven't we?
Yep.
So how many crew are on each ship?
Usually we have about a dozen. Right now I think there's 9 on Lady Washington. Hawaiian Chieftain has about 12. So yeah, a little smaller than typically, but we're always looking for new crew if anyone wants to come down and join us.
What a fun project.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To spend a summer doing that would be kind of cool.
It's great. And you can do it for as short as 2 weeks. We'll teach you everything you need to know to get started as an entry-level mariner.
Really?
Yep.
So
That
where do you guys live?
You live down below. I think the crew would appreciate if I didn't take you down there right now. But we have berths on board where you would just be sleeping in a bunk. And it's not the most comfortable. You have to have be comfortable with your friends and neighbors. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's like camp.
Like camp, going to camp? For,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to live this way forever, but for a few weeks or a
Well,
month
some
or
people
two.
want to live this way forever. We have some crew who stay on for almost a year at a time.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you guys came from California?
Some of
Up at, no, I mean.
headquarters is in Washington.
Oh, okay, Washington.
That's right.
So when you came in, you came from Washington?
Oh, I see. It's Coos Bay. We came from Eureka last.
Okay.
So that was our last port.
And
Yeah.
this is your only stop in Oregon.
It is this year, yeah. So we've gone to Newport for several years, but that's not on the schedule this year. And we were in Astoria about 4 months ago, but we're going to go straight to Ilwaco, Washington next.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where they can catch up with you next.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you want to have a look at Hawaiian Chieftain?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
You guys, we're going to go to the Hawaiian Chieftain. That's the other boat. These are boats. They're not ships. That's what Zachary told me. I learned something. And the crew all live
Then
down
why do
there.
we call them tall ships?
They live down there, but we're not going down there because that's their private quarters. And do you want people going through your bedroom? Probably not. So we're going to go this direction. Again, you guys, we're in Coos Bay. right down on the boardwalk. And the tall ships came in this morning, and they will be here through. Hey, Zachary, when are you guys leaving? When do you guys set sail from out of here? Tuesday. So they're here through Tuesday. There's still tickets available for the tours.
Tours don't need. There's no
or you could just come in. You don't even have to have a ticket. You can come down.
It's open by donation, whatever you want to pay.
So give them a donation. That kind of helps out with everything. Then there's but all the sales, they actually take people out in sales on these. And those are gone. And you got to reserve those 3 months ahead of time because it's super popular. All right, so this.
So welcome to Hawaiian Chieftain.
Hawaiian Chieftain.
This boat was built in Hawaii. It was built in Lahaina on the island of Maui in 1988. And so she is a steel vessel, unlike Lady Washington, which is all wood. Like I said, she's 31 years old now. And she was actually built as a personal yacht. So she's not a replica of any other boat. She's a purpose-built, totally original vessel. Technically, her class is a split topsail ketch. So she is a ketch, and she also has topsails that are set there. Kind of a unique style. It's not really a ship you'll find anywhere else in the world. So pretty special. And her maiden voyage was actually from Honolulu to Tahiti. Actually. So she has sailed the South Pacific. Yeah, very, very well traveled.
This is really cool.
Yeah.
So look at the skylights here, guys.
Hawaiian Chieftain has a lot of those shippy elements that people really like.
Yeah, yeah.
And when we do our battle sail programs, folks, they've seen Lady Washington in the movies, so a lot of times they always want to run and get on Lady Washington. But I tell them, Hawaiian Chieftain, it usually wins the battles because it's a little bit more fleet. It has more seating, so it's kind of a more comfortable place to
It really
sit.
does have the more nautical kind of feel like what we're used to today.
Yeah, I feel like folks they don't give Chieftain a fair shake. Chieftain's a great boat. Great.
Man, look at the detail in this on the right here on the handling right here. Look at that. It's beautiful. Look, you guys.
So her masts aren't quite as tall. I think the tallest one is 78 feet instead of 90. But nonetheless, she's fast. Always beats Lady Washington to port, and she has a really unique design. Her bottom is almost completely flat, and it's only about a 6-foot draft as opposed to Lady Washington's, which is 11. And so because of that, Hawaiian Chieftain can go to ports that we can't take Lady Washington. So we take Hawaiian Chieftain to Sacramento every year because we can go all the way up the river. If we wanted to, we could sail this boat to Lewiston, Idaho from the Columbia River connecting to the Snake. Yeah.
Because it has a flat bottom.
Yep.
So Lady Washington has a bigger bottom then.
That's true.
So why do you think these things are so popular?
I think people like the anachronistic sort of thing about it. They're in their modern day-to-day lives. They surrounded by technology all the time. But then there's this chance for them to go out and connect personally with history and feel really connected to the past in a way that they didn't think was still possible. Because there's not really a lot of boats that are out there that still have this, this technology, this original technology.
So why do you do it?
I do it because I love history. My background is in history education. So I studied museum studies, and I knew I always wanted to help share history with young people in particular. So when I found out about the tall ships, I went all in on it. It's been really special.
So a lot of students from the area and other places will come down here?
Yeah, I would say most of our ports, we offer K through 12 school programs. In the summertime, obviously, school's out, so we spend more of our time working with summer camps. But we do a lot of programs, mostly for 4th and 5th graders. That's where we have the most curriculum alignment for local history and as well as explore world history. So
since you're a history buff, what do you want a kid to get when they walk out of this boat?
I want them to realize that a lot of the things that sailors had to do in their day-to-day lives are the same things that people are dealing with on their personal lives too. How do you get along with someone whose language you don't speak? How do you make decisions when you don't have all the right information? Or how do I discern what is true and what is not true? Or how do I how can I find my way from one place to another if I don't have all known landmarks? And what information do I need to be able to make good decisions? Those are the things that our program stress. We just give the example of what people did in the 18th century.
So you can actually find your way around the world without a cell phone?
Oh yeah, it's possible. It's been done up until the last 30 years. So yeah.
Zachary, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, thanks for letting us come on here. So you guys, I'm trying to get this in here. So I'll just leave it kind of hanging like that. So this is our last show from Oregon's Adventure Coast. We are now headed to the Illinois Valley, the Illinois River Valley in Oregon, down in Cave Junction. So what we want to do is thank the folks at Oregon Adventure Coast for having us down. And also we want to thank our other sponsor, Toyota and your Northwest Toyota dealers. So take all these shows and share them, because the whole idea is to expose Oregon's Adventure Coast to the rest of the world. And you can be a part of doing that and helping to do that. And we also, Kathy and I kind of have a little thing about rural Oregon.
Yeah, we find those small communities pretty special. They have something special going on, and it's really fun because each one's a little bit individual, but they're all special, and it's really fun to just find out what that is and be a part of that. And of course, we love Coos Bay, North Bend, Charleston.
We started our life here.
Yeah, it was the beginning of our relationship here, and so of course a special spot. But it's always such a fun place to come back to, and we had such beautiful weather, minus my voice, but it has been an amazing time, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it.
So share it. Remember to join the contest so you can come on here, tag 2 people, and you'll be eligible to win our getaway to Oregon's Adventure Coast, which includes rooms, it includes food, it includes museums, it includes the Marine Life Center, it includes recreation. You're going to get to play in a Batmobile, well, kinda, and also a razor from Spin Reel. We want to thank the people at the Best Western for giving us a super nice room, comfortable, and a little hot tub in there. A jacuzzi, so that was nice. So we want to thank them, and then all the great restaurants we've been to and had some fun meeting the Knutsons, and thank the Knutson Towing Company for taking us out on the tugboats the other day. And I hope we're not forgetting anybody, but everybody's been real gracious. And
Yeah,
obviously
very much
Janice,
so.
we want to thank Janice and the Oregon's Adventure Coast. So you guys get down here, see the tall ships, go check out the food, find out more about what's going on, and make this part of your summer plan. There's nothing like the Oregon coast year-round. My favorite time is the fall, actually, but that's just me. All right, we'll see you later. We'll be coming to you live tomorrow night at the Sasquatch, or actually at the.
We're going to be at the Oregon Caves.
Well, yeah, but that one might not be live because we probably
sorry.
don't have service. But we're going to be at the farmers market. They have a farmers market on Friday night because they don't want to compete with Grants Pass's farmers market on Saturday. So we're going to be at the farmers market, and we got a whole bunch of shows planned for you there. But we'll tell you more about that there. All right, have a good week, and we'll see you from way southern Oregon tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.
Bye-bye.